I define a healthy culture where the employees are operating together behind the same set of values and going toward the mission of the company. And that's sort of the broad definition of a healthy culture, but under that cover lies the ability to trust one another so they can function as a one team mentality. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. In today's world, how challenging is it for companies to achieve what you just described?
Well, as you know, culture is the most complicated thing for a company to get right and maintain. As Peter Drucker, a successful management consultant, once said, culture eats strategy for breakfast. And the way your leaders and teams do business within the business is what makes a culture thrive or be toxic. And you can feel if a culture is toxic by the way people react under stress and toward each other. It's like this, is there a lot of ego or self-deception? Is there a lot of blame, backstabbing, and gossip? And can employees disagree versus attack? So are they supporting each other under stress? Are they helping each other solve their problems or their team's problems? Or are they reacting in a way that isn't creating a healthy culture? So a healthy culture is never made up of a bunch of people operating successfully as individuals. It's a collective intention. It's less about what will make you successful first and more about what will make your team successful. If they're successful, then you'll be successful. Yeah. And I can share an example with you if you want from one of my past experiences. Well, when I was at Victoria's Secret, I ran about 7 teams who were embedded in the different production and creative teams throughout the business. And the project or the product would be developed, and then the marketing team, of course, would go out and sell that product in various mediums. And so there was a journey of how we came to the end result of the product in store and the marketing campaigns in store. And my teams ran that journey. They ran the process. They ran all the projects. So there's all those teams have to pass off work to each other. And you could see that when the teams wanted to blame the team before them, if the pass off wasn't good or if the work before them wasn't good, it just created this tension. And the culture became more of like an infighting culture versus like, hey, I wonder why that team didn't pass that work off to me that well. I wonder if they need help. I wonder what are their roadblocks to making this work better for me when I get the part of the job that I need to do. And that's where you can like start to turn a culture is, can these teams start to be more curious about how each other is getting their job done and why it's not getting done maybe properly or on time versus blaming and attacking and creating this sort of tension and infighting. And that's the difference of if they're successful, then I'll be successful.
I see. It's a complete mindset shift that triggers a certain behavior when I'm dealing with my peers and my colleagues. Is that right?
Exactly.